Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, and I'm Terrietime. And Hyena is giving everybody blessings. And hang on, I'll be right back. I forgot to bring my clips with me, because this is going to be a clip response day. I have several clips of the pool stick, and of Anna Maria, the bee. And I want to talk a little bit about Dixie, and I will be right back. Okay, folks, sorry about that. That's one of my pet peeves of all these content creators. Hey! Of all these content creators not having their shit ready. Well, for once, I'm one of them. But I decided to move this outside today because I haven't done an outside one. Oh, and my nails. And these are Pekingese paw prints, bee. Since you're so interested in my jewelry and how I look and what I wear and where I go, I'm going to show you these necklaces one at a time, because I seen the bee took a pool stick of my necklace. Yes, it is a Pekingese, because I love Pekingese. They're my soul. They're my life. I breed them. I show them. I love them. So, of course, I'm going to have Pekingese jewelry. This is another little Pekingese necklace that I have, that one of my Pekingese people gave me. Yes, it's Pekingese. This is another little Pekingese choker that I have. Where's my little soulmate necklace? And then I have a couple hearts on here that was sent to me by my soulmate. And needless to say, they're not Pekingese. They're hearts. Right here they are. These are hearts, bee. So get a good screenshot. I have 4 necklaces, 3 Pekingese, and 1 heart sent to me by my soulmate. And now, but actually, pool stick and bee, you just don't have your heart in it anymore. It was lame, really lame, but I'm going to play the clips. You don't have the fire in your belly. You don't have the eye of the tiger anymore. You're lame. You're falling flat. Hey! Knock it off. Get over here where I can see you. Okay. The next thing I want to do is apologize to Dixie Lee. Dixie, I've already apologized to you for the mistaken identity. Now I want to apologize to you, and if you can ever find it in your heart to forgive me, but if you can't, I'll understand. It is my fault that you came in contact with this mob tube bunch. Totally my fault. And the bottom feeders, for that matter. You didn't know anything about them. You followed me over here, and believe me, I knew what the bottom feeders were capable of. I totally knew. But what the mob tube has done, turning on you when you're totally innocent, you can like and love and give money to whoever you want to. You have been nothing but wonderful to me and everybody I know. I've never heard you speak. Dixie, for that, I apologize sincerely. I did not know that these men could be dirtier than the females, but they've shown that they can. So, Dixie, you're totally innocent. You know it. I know it. And I hope everybody else knows it. Leave her alone. If you have any type of character, leave her alone. She's innocent, and she's wonderful. If you want to pick on an old woman, pick on me. because I am not innocent. I will get back at you. And if you can come up with some better clips than these lame ones I've got to play today, I'll lay it on you. I will lay it on you, but you leave Dixie alone. Leave her alone. It looks worse on you than it does her. Now, I'm going to play clips. I didn't do a food thing today because I actually was hungry, but I do have my snap. And it is snap and tea. And I also heard from the bee, and I'll play it because I got a clip. Because believe me, I don't watch her or the pool stick. Something about some Jolene was going to do a parody. I mean, I'm just guessing that this Jolene is part of the snap and tea combo that I don't think is a bit funny. And I've only heard the tea part of it talk. So I hope it's a great parody, snap and tea, but I won't see it. Unless somebody sends it to me, I won't see it. I've never watched it. I don't intend to start now. The one and only time I saw either one of you, it was pitiful. It was a joke. Now I'm going to play the clips. Dixie, if you're watching this, please forgive me. Everybody else, leave Dixie alone. What she does is her business. She hasn't affected any of you, ever. Plain and simple. I'm going to put it simple. I'm not going to go down a list of reasons. I'm telling you like it is. Prove me wrong. I hope you can hear this good outside. But really, there's not too much to get mad at. It was almost like a love show in a way. I want to know where that stupid... I'm going to do the Anna Marie one first because I only have one of her running her mouth. Now, I don't have a translator. So if you can't understand what Ann's saying, I'll interpret it for you. Because I was given a heads up of what she said. Now, I was on John Yates's panel. I don't know if any of you know him or not. It doesn't really matter. He threw me a link. I said, I'm going to be raw and uncut. I'm sleeping. I'll get up there the way I look. No film, no nothing. And I did. Whether you know it or not, which most of you don't because I don't put my business out there, John Yates and I have talked for 4 years, since I seen him on Wig's show. He knows that I don't like drinking. I hate drinking. Anybody that knows me knows that I hate drunks. I don't care if they're male, female, what they are. I think they make fools of themselves every time they go live, any of them. I don't care if it's a drunk nurse, drunk six-figure gap tooth, drunk scammer, any of them. If they get drunk, it's sickening. And I hate drunks, all of them. And John knows that, and I've talked to him about it. Nothing behind his back. I said, I wish you wouldn't go live when you're drunk. Because you say stupid stuff, just like all drunks do. That is all I've ever said about him, Ann. And he knows it, because unlike a lot of people that go behind people's backs, if I have a problem with somebody, believe me, they know it. They don't have to hear it from somebody else. I'll tell them straight up. And John knew how I felt about him and his drinking. So don't think you're going to start no trouble or try to make up some reason, because there isn't any, Ann. Prove it! Prove all these horrible things I said about John Yates. Prove it for once, instead of just running that stupid mouth that nobody can understand. And I keep in touch with Moderator 148 for your information. And she knows how I feel about John. And she's not going to fall for anything you try to make up. And because you would love to have been up there on that panel. The bee would have loved it. The witch would have loved it. Maria would have, all of you would have loved it. You're all got a chip on his shoulder because he got rid of all of you. Yay. He saw the light. I'm going to let you hear what this woman says, if you can understand her. If you can't, I'll try to help you. It's sort of clear, actually.
The TT video and IDGY for laughs.
Yeah.
But she has said a lot of scary things about JY to people that spoke to her.
Yep. She has.
Black Betty, bam, lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam, lamb. But she has said a lot of scary things about JY to people that spoke to her.
Yep. She has.
The TT video and IDGY for
Damn
laughs.
it.
Yeah.
She has said a a lot of shitty things about JY. The people that spoke to her.
Yep.
This.
Yeah.
TT and added JY for laughs.
Yeah.
But she has
Okay, we'll start this over. You can barely understand her.
the people that spoke to her.
Yep. She has.
I have.
TT video and added JY for laughs.
Yeah.
But she has said a lot of shitty things about JY.
I have said a lot of shitty things about JY. Oh, really, Anne? What were those shitty things that I said other than the aforementioned? That I don't like people drunk on a live. I don't care who they are, man, woman, what race. I don't like drunks. Period. Never have, never will. And John knows exactly how I felt about it because I've talked about it on numerous occasions. So don't try to start some shit, Anne. As you can tell, you can barely understand her. So look, I can't do it. I can't do accents. Sorry. But that's what she was saying, and she's a liar, and prove it. Prove it, Anne. I've said all these shitty things. You can ask anybody if they've ever heard me say a thing about John Yates. Good or otherwise. The only person I told that to was him and Moderator 148. And I've been saying it for a long time. And they both know it. And they both know how I feel. So, Anne, try to figure out what you're talking about. Because you're a liar. You are a straight up liar. Or else prove it. Prove some of them shitty things I said. You joke. Okay, that's the one by her. We got a bunch of pool sticks to go through, but pool stick, you really let me down. You have lost your ability to fight. And I really, really like fighting with you because you would hump up and cry later like the women do. Okay, here we go. Okay, get ready to listen to Pool Stick.
Webcam porn. Terrietime would have had a blast with Grumpo. Grumpo would have wasted all his money on back in the day. Tony, make sure you pick up your phone. I'm so drunk. Oh my God. Webcam porn. Terrietime would have had a blast with Grumpo. Grumpo would have wasted all his...
Okay, Sofla, or a Pool Stick. How do you know Gunsmoke and I are having a wonderful time right now on the webcam? You know everything. I'm amazed that you spent 22 years in jail and you just know everything. I told everybody I was a cam whore. I told that story. Nobody has dug anything up on me because guess what? I put it out there myself. So how do you know that Gunsmoke and I aren't doing the webcam thing right now? You don't, because I don't put my business out there. I could be having webcam shit with half a mob tube. How the fuck do you know? You don't. So shut up about what I do. And unlike some people, I don't put pictures out that I get. Even all the nudes I've got, I never share them. Never. So you don't know what I'm doing. You don't know who I'm having cams. Oh! Not two cops in this town, and they have to drive by my house while I'm trying to do a live. Go somewhere, coppers. Get somewhere. It's out of my live stream. Like I said, these aren't real impressive. I think he's lost his will to fight, but it is what it is. That's the cam one.
Out you on John Yates' panel the other night, and when she said your name, she got so happy. I told you.
Wait a second, I gotta put this picture up. I gotta put this
You
picture
enjoyed that a
up.
bit.
I gotta put this picture up, people. Oh,
Out you on John Yates' panel the other night, and when she said your name, she got.
No, I didn't get happy B when I said his name. And why would I? Why would I? You are are so interested in everything I do and everywhere I go. Why don't you focus on your own worthless life? Running around in a B cartoon, passing judgment on a 72-year-old woman that has nothing to hide and in better health than almost any female I know, and I'm twice your age. You are sickening. And Pool Stick, you look like a fool letting her run your show. But you've lost it. You don't have no fire left. And I'm not really into the bee. I don't care what she says. She's a bee. She's a bee, really. Let's get serious. Who can take a bee serious? Not me. Not me.
There he called John Yates a cupcake. And then Terrietime sees like, yeah, he's mob tube. The mob tube's coming. And she got all excited.
I got so excited.
Wait. I gotta put this up too.
But look at how pretty pizza looks. There he called John Yates.
The only mob tube I was calling out was your flunkies that came in there, some William Brooklyn or some freak that follows you around. All I have to know is that much. So I was not excited about mob tube coming in there. You're wrong, B. I knew the mob tube before you were ever thought of. Nothing about them excites me. The ones that excite me know it, and we do webcams together. Pool Stick, what do you think about that? There's something you didn't know. Since you seem to know everything that I do, you have your informant, a worthless one at that, but that's who you've got for your information, so deal with it.
She's wearing a hyena necklace. I couldn't figure out what that necklace is. That big clunky thing around her neck is her dog.
Oh my God, what a cutie pie. What, that right there?
That's her dog.
See, they're putting a picture of me up.
What is this, a negligee?
What?
I gotta show you.
She's wearing a hyena necklace. I couldn't figure out what that necklace is. That big clunky...
Guess what, B? I would wear Pekingese necklaces, jewelry, sheets, shoes. I would even stick them on my wall like you do your little butterflies and stuff. But guess what? They don't sell Pekingese stuff. It's rare and exotic. It's not like the little dime store butterflies that you stick everywhere. Why wouldn't I wear Pekingese stuff? Why wouldn't I, you stupid cartoon with no life, talking about me at 72, and when John sent me that link to come up there, I told him I'm coming up there just the way I am, and I look fine in that nightgown, and I do a lot of webcam stuff. If you don't believe me, find out. Otherwise, don't worry about my jewelry, because you're sitting there in a cartoon passing judgment on my jewelry, and I just showed you all 4 necklaces, 3 Pekingese and a soulmate. I have Pekingese stuff everywhere that I don't have gun stuff and Trump stuff, because those are the 3 things I'm passionate about. Pekingese, guns, and Trump. You got that, B? And I don't know what you're doing, Pool Stick. You act like you've lost all your fight or flight instincts. I'm really disappointed in you. You're letting the B carry the load, and she can't go up against me. She can't. She can't try, but as long as she's wearing that bee costume, she might as well forget it.
But when she wearing a negligee? What is this, a negligee?
Well, she was on panel in her nighty night in bed. There she was. She's like, oh, I love
There she
Solo.
is. That's beautiful.
Those are all her real teeth.
Right.
But when she wearing a negligee? What is this, a negligee?
Well, she was on.
Worried about my teeth, worried about my negligee, worried about my jewelry. Why don't you worry about getting that cartoon out and being your real self? Why don't you worry about that and your little pill-pushing friend pushing some bad pills off on somebody? Why don't you worry about that? Why don't you worry about your boyfriend that you rolled over on? You got plenty of stuff to worry about. You just wanted to be up on that panel, B, and you and I both know it. And all you John Yates, ex-hags, you die to be up there. That's what's the matter with you. That's why you can't let it go. Sorry about your bad luck, gals. Go hang around with Pool Stick and be his hag. He's more your type. He beat a woman almost to death. So he's way more your type than John Yates.
That's beautiful.
Those are all her real teeth. Because she drinks her meth. Oh, and she was sucking on her meth during this.
Sucking on it right now, too.
She had it in her Sonic cup. Yes. Snap tea. But yeah, look at how pretty.
That's beautiful.
Those are all her real teeth. Because she drinks her meth. Oh, and she was sucking on her meth.
Absolutely, B. Absolutely, I do. And guess where you found that out from? Me. I never hid it from anybody. Stupid. Tell me something you know that I didn't tell you that you found out. You can't, because there's nothing to find out. Keep letting her run your show, Pull Stick. What little bit of charisma you had is gone.
There's these people that consider themselves comedians and they parody. Terrietime, Jolene says she's going to start making parodies of you. I'm very interested. That might be kind of funny. Yes, she's the queen of meth.
She's
Not the queen of pig. There's these people that consider themselves comedians and they parody.
Does Snap and T consider themselves comedians? Because I didn't find anything funny about them. Nothing. And if they do a parody of me, it'll be at least an interesting person. Instead of a bee buzzing around, it'll be somebody that actually has thoughts, and a Trump person, and a right-winger, and proud of it. That'll give them plenty of material. Because I can tell by what little bit I heard, they're both liberal snowflakes. Oh, yeah. They'll be lucky if they can get through a parody without crying. Because that's what snowflakes do. Boo-hoo and complain and play the race card and get triggered. Oh, I love people like that. Now, I have to get to the part where she says that I don't know if it's on this one, that I call him Pool Cue. No, I don't, B. I call him Pull Stick, and he knows it. I've never called him a Pool Cue. Never. So that's another thing you're wrong about, among many. Now, there was all that, and like I said, that's not that bad, and Pool Stick kind of lamed out on it. Really nothing to get upset about. It's kind of lame. If all she can do is make fun of my necklaces, but there was one on here that said they got a decent screenshot of me. We'll try to get it one that's not decent then.
But when she wears a negligee? What is this, a negligee?
Well, she was on panel in her nighty night in bed. There she was.
Why don't you get in your nighty night, you 14-year-old B cartoon?
That's beautiful.
Those are all her real teeth. Because she drinks her meth. Oh, and she was sucking on her meth during this live stream.
Mm-hmm.
She had it in her Sonic cup.
Never go anywhere without it.
But yeah, look at how pretty.
And what's your point?
Those are all.
And what's your point, B? Come up with something new. And I gotta find the one where she says, I call you a pool cue.
There it is. He called John Yates a cupcake. And then Terrietime C's like, yeah, he's Mob Tube. The Mob Tube's coming. And she got all excited.
Just so you know something, B, I'm embarrassed of the Mob Tube. They might as well be bottom feeders. They act like women. And going after Dixie was the last straw that proved that to me. Because they have no fucking character, no boundaries. They'll go after anybody. They always use the excuse, well, they come after my family, so I go after theirs. That's not an excuse. I wouldn't go after anybody's family. And Dixie, what's your excuse for that? Dixie hasn't went after anybody's family. If her and Tony want to fall in love, that's their business. Nobody but theirs. And let me tell you something about Tony Pizza. I don't care for him because of the dog stuff, but he is more entertaining than all you Mob Tube people put together. Way more entertaining. And you have to Pull Stick to putting a damn cartoon B on your show. So what's that tell you? Who's more entertainer? Pizza or the rest of you trying to catch up with him? You're jealous of his money. That's all this is. And you thought that Pizza had hit a money mine, and you couldn't stand it. And you don't know a thing about Dixie. You don't even know what community she came from. You don't know a thing about her, but you were fine, just fine going after her. And where'd your little argument go where I don't go after people unless they go after me? Dixie hasn't went after anybody. Anybody, ever. So that's not an argument. That's just who you are, who you all are. The only one out of this whole stupid group of Mob Tube is Lee Cole. The only one that comes out good, and the Proctor guy. That's it. Because the rest of you have all done the shit you're bitching about. Every single one of you. And you do it whether they come after your family or whether they don't. You proved it by coming after Dixie. You proved it. So you're all worthless. The bottom feeders and the mob feeders belong together forever because they're all cut from the same cloth, with the exception of Sophie. I don't think she's ever posted a child or talked about a family member. I haven't heard it. She has. I'm mistaken. Sophie and Lee Cole. The rest of you deserve everything you get. And Pool Stick, get a little more gut. Get a little more fire. You've lost your charisma, or if that's what you want to call it, whatever it was. But I know one thing. I've got a 10-year guy that did in the feds, and he's got way more prison stories and interesting stuff to talk about. I have my highly doubts that you were ever in a federal penitentiary for 22 years. Unless you had something in your mouth the whole time you couldn't talk, which could be very possible. But now listen to what they just said about me today. This kind of took the wind out of my sails because I had those clips and they ain't much. I'm not really mad about them. Look what they said about me today, though. Especially the B, since she's the spokesman for Pool Stick now. What a spokesman. You two get along so good. She rolls over on people and puts them in jail. She likes pimps. You're kind of pimpish. Or you're a trick. Or you're something. Whatever. You're not realistic. Whatever you are.
Because I agree with Terrietime.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. Because Terrietime went live on Johnny Max yesterday, too. Or not live, I'm sorry. She was in the chat, and she was just like, leave Dixie alone. Dixie is a good person. I hate the fact that she is kind to Tony Pizza, but she's a good person.
I don't really know Dixie, but I know.
Well, guess what, B? I hate that you're kind to a man that bragged about nearly killing a woman. I don't like that. But if you were innocent, which you're not, because you've run your mouth about everybody, I wouldn't go after you. Because Pool Stick's entitled to his women. If they keep their mouths shut, Tina, whatever. Everybody's entitled to who they want to be with. And if Dixie and Pizza wanted to be together, that was nobody's business but theirs. Dixie hasn't bothered a soul. And you have ruined every bit of respect I ever had for any of you, with the exception of Lee Cole and Sophie. Those are the only two that I've never heard go after a family member or post a kid or do any of that despicable stuff that you're all quite capable of. So, after all the bashing that the B tried to do, how are you going to bash a 72-year-old woman in a negligee and all her teeth and drinking Snap and the Snap Queen of Grand Saline when you're sitting there in a B cartoon? Explain that to me. How's that work? How's that work, B? How does that exactly work that you have the nerve, or any of you stupid females that wear avatars and are half my age, have the nerve to say anything about me? Explain that. I want to see what you're doing when you're 72. And Pool Stick, don't worry about my webcam stuff. Don't worry about it. I've handled it my whole life. I can handle it now. So, I'm going to show you. My dogs have all abandoned me and laying under the... I've got some new flowers out here. Take a little walk around my... I can't find the one where she said I called him Puke. I don't call him Pool Q. I call him Pool Stick. And I give the nicknames, and I'll call people what I want to call. I did steal the nickname from John Yates, the six-figure gap tooth. What are you doing, kids? Is there somebody out by that gate? Huh? Beautiful out here. Beautiful. Now I want to show you just how beautiful it is. And here's something that Dixie got me. And there's the other flag that Dixie got me. Look at these flowers right here. Where I live. And there's Pistol. There's Maddie. There's Pistol. Hi, Pistol. What you doing? Picasso. Reese. Hi, kids. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Yes, idiot Jules. My necklace is a Pekingese. In fact, 3 of them are. And the other one is a love heart thing from my wonderful Tammy, my soulmate. And to my other people that I love, Sylvia, my dot, Brenda, Dixie, accept my apology, please, please, please. I am so sorry that I had anything to do with you running into this bunch of idiots. So sorry. I hope they can finally find it in themselves to realize how stupid they are, but I really doubt it. Or they wouldn't have done it in the first place. Rolex and Race Cars. Subscribe to his channel. He's wonderful. Dana, Haunted Ghost Stories. Subscribe to her channel. Johnny Mac. Even though I was pissed at him in his chat, the B had that right because he wasn't paying a bit of attention to the chat, not one bit. He never does. And there was a lot of stuff going on in that chat that needed to be shut down. By one person in particular that had a wrench, and I couldn't do nothing about it. Talking about kids. As long as I'm moderating in a chat and I can stop it, there won't be any kids mentioned anywhere near where I am. So, my nails. Oh, look at this, B. I've got little paw prints, Pekingese paw prints on my nails. Unbelievable. You want to see all my teeth again? You want to see me drink my snap again? Since you know everything? Since I'm the snap queen of Grand Saline, but actually it's head queen of Grand Saline. Look it up. And don't worry about me and Gunsmoke doing webcam stuff. Okay, Pool Stick? That's not your business. Not any of your business at all. Just rest assured, you will never get the chance. I have never DM'd you. I've never had your stupid phone number. The only thing I ever did was give you cash apps and super chats, which I never got thanked for. So you don't have nothing on me. No recordings, no DMs. Anything people record me saying, I'll say it right here, right now, right to their face. And good luck, Ann. Try to find a bunch of filthy stuff I said about John Yates. Back up what you're saying for once with your ignorant accent that nobody can understand. Do that, because John Yates knows exactly what I think. And I hate drunks, all of them. I don't care who they are. I cannot stand a drunk. I cannot stand somebody passing out on their own panel and nobody can wake them up. Oh, and there's something else, the bee said. I couldn't find it. Oh, I need to find this, but she said, it's got to be on here somewhere. She said that the witch was actually more hated than me. Siwa, if you're listening to me, don't worry. I'm the most hated. Hold my beer. You're not taking that spot from me. And I have to find that so you can hear it with your own ears. The bee actually said she was trying to explain to the Pool Stick who Siwa was, and he didn't have a clue. And she was saying, well, she's more hated than Terrietime. And he said, really? I didn't think anybody was more hated than her. Well, bee, or witch, don't worry. I'm more hated than you, and you are not taking that spot away from me. You are not. Webcam porn. We already went over that. I do have a blast with Gunsmoke. Thank you very much. He's one of my favorite webcam people, by the way.
Those of you who do not like Lee Cole, that's just too bad. He is now my friend again. For the 5th time, Lee Cole is now my friend. And the Rolex...
Be careful what you say about Rolex, Pool Stick. Be real, real careful. I wish I could find that one where she said... Anyway, see, well, take my word for it, because I never lie. She said she was trying to explain to Pool Stick who you were, and she said, well, believe it or not, Siwa is more hated than Terrietime. Siwa, don't worry, girl. You're not going to get that #1 spot from me. No way, no how. I'm going to stay and reign as the most hated. And I am the OG of these YouTube streets because I have 17 years on here. One of you come up with that. One of you come up. You haven't. None of you have. You don't know what you're doing. You don't even know your own communities, let alone anything else. And for your information, Dixie didn't come from the bottom feeders or any community you know of. So leave her alone. Because it's making you look stupid. Tony and her can be in love and get married and live happily ever after, and that's none of your business. If she's a billionaire, that's none of your business. None of your business. Have you got it? Mind your own business, all of you, because you've all got plenty. You can go on, keep messing with me, because I don't care. But Pool Stick, I'm deeply, deeply disappointed in you. That was a half-ass try. the webcam thing was Gunsmoke was kind of cute, but little did you know it's true. What do you think of that pool stick? Anyway, I will see you guys later. Love y'all. Ciao. Trump 2024. And hillbillies and rednecks and grits. And have a little respect for your chat, FBS. Because it's my understanding that you have a southerner in your chat that you think very highly of. Miss can't be wrong. And you don't even think about her when you're throwing out those insults about hillbillies and rednecks. You don't think about anybody. And I saw that the way you attacked Dixie. So any doubt that I had is gone now. You are exactly who you are. Exactly who you are. Hello.